road, and I am literally sitting in a little pullout, holding my phone and chatting with you just briefly. Been doing that several times lately and in the upcoming weeks as I lead up to the enrollment of my freehand quilting masterclass. It's an opportunity to touch base with those of you who are faithful followers and some of you who are new to my world and kind of introduce you to who I am and what I do. So I'm Susan Smith. I'm Stitched by Susan all over online. And today I am traveling. I'm actually sitting just outside of Butte, Montana. Beautiful, beautiful place. You can kind of see the hills in the background. They never look as gorgeous on the phone as they do in real life when I'm driving through them. But it is very, very beautiful here. But today I've been thinking as I'm driving. Well, I should back up a little bit. I'm on my way to a weekend retreat. It's a motivational retreat. Mostly quilters are attending and mostly quilters are speaking, but Jenna Kutcher is also one of the keynote speakers. Really, really awesome if you're a follower of her, as I am. And this for me is just an opportunity for really recharging. I work full-time in my business, so I creative outlets for sure, but also I spend a ton of time doing things like this, talking to people, emailing with people, answering questions, preparing classes and trainings and videos and all those things. And I love, love, love doing it. But also, there comes a time and a place when you need refreshing, you need recharging, you need refueling, if you will. And also, I just love to get input from other people and network and connect with other people in the creative quilting space that I'm in. So that's kind of what this weekend is all about. And I live in Eastern Washington, and the retreat is in Northern Utah. So of course I had a choice. I've known about this for about a year, and I had a choice. Do I fly quickly? Do I drive slowly? And I chose to drive because this is part of this retrospective time that I'm taking. I can see a few of you chiming in. This is awesome. Hopefully you're able to see and hear okay, because of course it is a little windy in the microphone, but this whole process of driving to the retreat, it's about a 12-hour drive for me, or almost 12, is part of my mental, whoa, there's a train going by. It's part of my mental almost withdrawal from the things that I typically do. So time to, I did not know there would be a train going right through here, so we might have to pause. You guys will get the joy of listening to that. This is so great. It's going right behind me and I had no idea. I did cross over tracks, but it was a fair little ways away on the road, and so I had no idea the train would be so close. That was awesome. Okay, back to the point. This mental kind of almost withdrawal from the things I typically do. So instead of thinking about, oh, who could I share this with? Or, oh, should I be filming this? Should I whip out my camera and my tripod and quickly record this? To just sitting back and saying, today is 12 hours of just quiet, of just listening and thinking. So I've got worship music on, and I listen to a great devotional speaker, and I've got some podcasts going, and I'm listening to novels, and all of it combined is just this gentle time without thinking about the things that I have to do or my to-do list or any of those things. I am totally not going to be able to read your comments because the sun is shining on my screen. So I hope this is touching bases with some of you, but in any event, I'm still going to share because it is so meaningful to me just to take this weekend of time away from my typical workspace, my typical four walls, my typical computer screen, and just to recharge a little bit. And of course, tomorrow and the following day, I'll be getting to meet people and hear people, and that in itself will be a huge refuel and recharge as well. So it's all good in every direction. Anyway, that's all I really had to say this morning. You know, I could put my glasses on and then I might be able to read your comments. Hang on a sec. These old guys, they need glasses nowadays. Marion, good morning, loving the advice. Oh, the advanced membership, that's what she's saying. Tammy, thanks for including us in this day in Florida, waiting for the hurricane. Oh gosh, I've been listening to that on the news too. I hope you're battened down and in a secure place. Overnight, I was hearing from a friend of mine who's in southern British Columbia as well. Actually, it's Sam Alberts who's coming on the cruise with me in January with Dave and I. And they had to evacuate yesterday from their place. And she sent some pictures of the fire that they could see from their house, and it's just frightening. So I'm sure you're getting some of that the same way with the hurricane. And I'm sure if you have any quilts, you're making them safe, right? Because that's what we quilters do. Anyway, I should share one more thing before I go, and I'll take the glasses off again so that they're not glaring. I do have an upcoming boot camp that I want to be sure you all know about. And it is starting, actually, the first training is next Monday, but there will be a little welcome party here on YouTube on Saturday. So to sign up for that boot camp, just go to any of my social media feeds, can be Facebook, can be Instagram, and just type in the word boot camp, and you'll get a little registration form there. So it lasts from the 29th, the welcome party, but officially the 30th, I hope I'm getting those dates right, through the 11th of October. And there are 3 major trainings on, I'm calling the boot camp Stitch Confident. So the trainings are on tension and stitch formation. And then also a deep exploration into getting a good baseline tension at your machine with basic materials, basic fibers, basic threads, basic quilt batting, and how you get a great tension. And then lastly, we're going to experiment a little bit with some different threads and different fabrics and how we adjust and deal with those things. There's lots of fun stuff included in it. There are other days and other sessions that are a little more casual, but kind of semi-related topics. So if you haven't read about that boot camp yet, check out my posts on social media. There's lots of information there, more than I can remember or say in this windy environment. But I do welcome you to join that. The cost is $37, and I promise you it will be well worth it. It is so jam-packed. I always say this, but it's so true. These are things I wish I had known when I was first getting into quilting, and I found them out by trial and error and through hair pulling frustration. So I'm going to share it and hopefully smooth some of that way for you all. So Stitch Confident Boot Camp, again, check my social media for posts about it. And the easiest way to get the registration form is to just literally comment boot camp and it will be sent to you. I've got a handy little bot that sends that out. Thanks for joining me this morning. I see there's about 35 of you here. This is great of you to take the time to say howdy. Appreciate you all, and I'll check in again with you within the next couple of days. Bye for now.